Welcome to the Terrible Take, a daily podcast telling Steelers Nation what's on our mind. I'm Ross McCorkle. What's going on with the Steelers running back room is a bit puzzling through the first 2 weeks of the season. Now let me be clear. I fully expected the Steelers to slow roll Kaleb Johnson into the offense, but 4 total offensive snaps with 2 carries is a bit light for what I thought would happen. On the other hand, Kenneth Gainwell has probably gotten a little more carries than I would have expected. I think it's perfectly reasonable to have a guy like him on the field getting offensive snaps due to his skills as a receiver out of the backfield or even split out, but he hasn't been terribly effective as a runner. He had a 10-yard run at the end of the game, which made his average 5 carries of 20 yards, which is an average of 4, but a bit misleading in garbage time there. He really had 4 carries for 10 yards when it mattered. The Steelers are now in an odd situation with Kaleb Johnson. He had a fumble on kick return in week 1 that the Steelers recovered, and of course the major error on kick return in week 2 that led to a free Seahawks touchdown. So now they have a 3rd-round pick on the roster that they may or may not still trust in the kick return role that they aren't using on offense. It's hard to want to reward him with more work on offense when he's struggling with his limited assignments on special teams. But you can't just have a guy suiting up on game day doing nothing on special teams or offense. Arthur Smith called him a perfect fit after he was drafted, and the Steelers raved about his potential and his speed and pretty much all things about him. Now, yes, he did struggle in pass protection throughout the summer and spring at training camp there, but are there ways to get him 4 or 5 carries similar to what Gainwell had in week 2? How else is he supposed to develop and supposed to get in a rhythm if not on the field on offense? For the record, I think Jaylen Warren has done a nice job as the lead back, but they've otherwise gotten very little in the change of pace role. I would like to see some more Johnson on early downs, get him in a rhythm, and allow Warren to do some of his change of pace duties that he was so successful at in previous years. That's not every drive. You would have Warren start majority of the time, but they have to figure out a way to get Johnson more involved. Be sure to follow us at SteelersDepot.com and check out episodes of The Terrible Take every day at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Check out The Terrible Podcast with Dave Bryan and Alex Kozora every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.